66, got my juices high and I get my kicks. I ain't heard of you since out of town, oh boy. And I'm running free for the rust to go. Stopping down is just getting old. Moving on, I'm on my way back home. Nobody's ever called me. Can't see no way to stop. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. I'm feeling down on 66, got my juices high and I get my kicks. I ain't heard of you since out of town, oh boy. Nobody's ever called me. Can't see no way to stop. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. And I'm running free for the rust to go. Stopping down is just getting old.
Ooh.
This is a 1044, the big rig that just broke down in Onyx. Looks like you're leaking a whole lot of lung juice there, buddy. You might want to take a walk and patch those holes.
The driver's seat.
All patched up? Good. Now, before you get back on the road, it might be wise to check your CB radio. Grab your headset and give me a holler. I'll let you know if you're coming through.
Oh, there we go.
That's a 10-2, partner. Loud and clear. With that done, I guess you should be on your way. The jump gate up ahead should get you where you need to go. Safe travels, and I'll catch you on the other side.
calling in from the DIV. Glad to see you finally made it. We've already got a drop zone warmed up and waiting for you. So just head on over to the waypoint, detach your trailer in the designated area, and I'll make sure your payment gets processed ASAP.
See a bunch of debris out here. That's nice. Yay.
Great job. Payment should already be with you. But if you feel like spending some of that hard-earned cash, just head on over to Palmview Station. You'll find they've got supplies, a few jobs on the board, and the best home-cooked soya protein this side of Alpha Centauri.
Maybe we're just faulty, born to break. Maybe the tides are changed and our hearts are opaque, feeling cloudy, but don't feel the rain pouring over us like a
Hello.
Hello?
Well, shit.
Ah, fuck.
There we go. Hello.
I called the wrong person.
Oh, really?
Just kidding. Just kidding. I think. No, I'm just joking.
Did you mean that you meant to call Randy Orton?
I meant to call Triple L.
Man, there is something I mean, okay, yeah, you enjoyed yourself because you were there in the audience, but me watching home on TV, there was something about the show that just frustrated the fuck out of me.
What's that?
I no longer give a shit when Damien and Rhea's music hits.
Well, yeah, I mean, I
Cause
never
they're,
really
cause
ever gave a shit.
well, I mean, I don't because they're just running out there to get beat up.
I mean, that's true too.
It's what they did last time and the time before and the time before that and the time before that and the time before that. Every time they come out, they get their asses kicked. So why do I give a shit that they come out? It's like whenever Teddy Long used to book people in a match with the Great Khali. Oh, do I think this is going to be the first person to lose to the Great Khali?
I mean,
It's not a threat.
I get it. Yeah, no, I mean, I totally get it. I mean, I honestly, um, I don't
I
know, it's
mean,
hard to explain.
if they
Just
if they
oh, keep going.
lose every time they come out, then where's the excitement? Why should I already know what's going to happen. They're going to run out, they're going to get beat up. The Judgment Day is going to do their pose where Finn does his I'm trying to fart face. And
Yeah, I mean, and I think that I mean, obviously Rhea's probably going to beat Liv on Saturday, and I think that's why they're probably doing it is just because I think Rhea and Damien are probably going to both go over in each of their matches. I mean, I don't know. I've never gotten.
I
I didn't
mean,
get the hype of
yeah,
them
but
two together.
at this point, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I
I
mean,
understand.
okay, it's like, well, it's like, here's the way I like to explain it. I like to explain it in the essence, in like comparing it to an action movie, right?
Yeah.
Like, like, okay, say you're watching an action movie, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's just 2 hours of the hero just getting his ass whooped. Every time
Yeah.
he goes up against the bad guy, he gets his ass whooped, gets beat down every fucking time, every fucking time, every fucking time. It gets to the last fucking minute of the fucking movie, and then the hero just pushes the villain off the cliff, and it's over.
Yeah. I mean, that makes total sense. I mean, the
Well,
only time
whoop
that
de fucking
works.
do, right? Whoop de fucking do.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean,
I don't even care that the good guy won because he just got killed for 2 hours. And his victory wasn't even a victory because the bad guy didn't suffer or anything. He gets pushed off a cliff and it's over. You know?
yeah. I mean, the only way
There's no
that works is,
payoff.
yeah. I mean, that only works if it's not an action movie. It's more of a comedy movie. You
Right.
know,
Right.
like, and so I do understand
Cuz
that.
there's no big payoff.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's like whenever they split up the Judgment Day and they did uh Damien and Rhea together, I mean, I was already iffy about Damien anyway. He hasn't grown on me like he has with other people.
Well,
Um, you know.
Xavier Woods, he got it. He got it and he did something cool that it finally the boy is clever. He found a way to get Vince McMahon to stop doing those stupid ass, and it was those because on his stream the fans were constantly telling him and telling Tyler Breeze and anybody that ever came on the stream, we were constantly telling him, God damn, we are so sick of these fucking roll up finishes. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
the baby face gets squashed for like the
yeah.
entirety of the fucking match and then does a roll up and a win. No, you didn't fucking win. You look like you got hit by a train. Your arms broke, your fucking spleen's hanging out your fucking nose. It doesn't matter that you got the 1, 2, 3 at the end. You're fucking dead.
Yeah, well, and see,
And
and also,
the heel doesn't have a scratch on him. So Xavier Woods, did you catch what he started doing? Every time they would have him do a roll up finish, he started calling it his finishing move, the backwoods.
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
Well,
you stopped seeing those stupid ass roll up finishes.
yeah. Well, and like speaking of Xavier Woods, like that was one thing, like which turned out to be fucking amazing because I don't know what they're doing with Xavier right now, but I think they're about to turn him heel.
Well,
But like,
on TV, it was a total accident what he did.
dude, I don't even. Well, it's just
Well,
the thing is
he
like,
totally sold it like an accident. And when he was talking to Kofi on the ring apron, he was like, we could hear him in the camera. It was totally accident.
well, and see, but what I was gonna say with that is like I don't even know if Ray's a babyface and Xavier's a babyface, so I didn't even understand why they
Oh,
were up against each other anyway. I guess I missed it.
oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were talking about the deal with Kofi. No, the thing with uh
Like I just didn't understand. Like whenever Ray came
okay.
out,
Yeah,
I was just confused that he was versing Xavier.
well, yeah, like everybody was because he was originally supposed to oh god, who is it he's supposed to be facing?
I don't
It
even
was
see, and
he was he was supposed to Fuck. God, it was like right there on the tip of my tongue. He was supposed to go up. I feel like he was originally supposed to go up against Gable.
Well, see, and that's like, well, and that makes more sense. But like, that's basically they showed in the arena. I know it was not on TV. It was a commercial break or something, or maybe it was they were showing this part on TV.
Well,
But
they
it's
showed us the recap from when they were all arguing because Xavier got pissed off because the LWO came out there to stop Kofi and Xavier
okay.
from getting jumped. And
Well, see,
and somehow in the big schmoz, like it ended up costing New Day the match. But it
I mean,
wasn't really
okay.
LWO's fault though.
See, and they probably did show that in the arena. I just like wasn't hyper fixated on it, but I do know that they said
Well, it
they were
showed
like
us
coming up tonight.
it showed us that right before the like it showed a bunch of commercials, and then right when it went back to the show, it showed that recap before it went back to the ring.
Okay, well, basically, it just like come up and said, coming up tonight, we got a 6-man tag match, and I guess I don't know if I guess I got like just by like soaking in everything and looking at the screen, but also trying to make sure Caden was good. Like I guess I just thought Dragon Lee or whatever was fucking Rey Mysterio. I don't know because I was like I thought Rey, and it made sense to me. I thought Rey was in the 6-man tag match,
Well,
and yeah.
Oh. Ray was originally supposed to fight Finn Balor. That's what it was. Ray was supposed to fight Finn
Okay.
Balor, but
he was late.
Right.
He was not. Yeah.
So then they ended up putting him in a match with Xavier Woods, but then they showed that argument.
So I guess Finn. I guess Finn being late was an actual thing then.
Yeah.
I guess he might have actually got.
It kind of looked
held
like
up.
it. It kind of looked like it. And the whole deal with Xavier and Ray's mask, like that was like totally an accident. Like Xavier was explaining, like that just did not happen. But once it happened, he's like, "But what was I supposed to do? You know, I had to go for the pin."
That.
But he straight up said,
was,
but he said a million times backstage, that's not how he wanted to win.
Dude, I know how much of a big deal that fucking mask is to Ray, and I know how he felt when he lost it in WCW and how he was not happy about it. Whenever, like, I must have been the only one around the area that was like, that either noticed it or that just like knew that it was a big deal. But like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I just see Xavier Woods like go to like roll him up or something, and I just see his fucking mask. Like I see Ray's mask in Xavier's hands, and for a split second, Ray's face was exposed to us. And I was like, oh my God. Like I immediately started screaming.
And he looks like Uncle Fester's nephew.
Yeah, and which of course I knew what Ray looked like, but like it was just the fact that like holy fucking shit. Like we're in Evansville right now and Ray just lost his mask.
Well, on TV, they did this spot like a little bit before that where like apparently like Ray fucked up his own mask or something because he kept fucking with his chin strap over and over. Like, but he was like
always fucks with his chin strap.
Yeah, but he was totally doing it as like an obvious work. Like he was drawing the crowd's attention. He was trying to draw everybody's attention to because he was totally working that chin strap. And then when they did that roll up, that's when it came off. But then Xavier was like, no, I didn't do that on purpose. I was trying to grab his head and it just came off. But what was I supposed to do? And like when he powdered out of the ring, he was even yelling. He's like, I'm sorry. What was I supposed to do with that?
Dude, when I messaged the group and said, oh my God, Ray's mask, like that's because it had just happened and I was in complete fucking shock. I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God, this is the first time I'm seeing Rey Mysterio in person. And he just lost his fucking mask. Like, Oh my God. What that's why like whenever I sent you the picture, I said a legend, because I was just like, holy fuck. I was just kind of having one of those moments where it was
Yeah.
like, dude, this is like, Halloween Havoc versus Eddie Guerrero. This is that guy.
Well,
This is Eddie Guerrero's fucking person, dude.
well,
Like,
did they show you guys the backstage segment with Xavier and Kofi talking about it?
They did. It's just it was kind of hard to hear. I
Well,
mean, you could hear it, but I couldn't focus
Kofi,
on it.
like Xavier was like, wow, I would. And then like Kofi's like, yeah, man, but you didn't do that on purpose, did you? And then Xavier's like, no, why would I do that? He's a legend. I know what the mask means to him and everything. And he's like, but you could be happy for me actually like beating someone like that. And Kofi's like, yeah, you're right. Because
Yeah, okay. I mean, I caught some of that, but like
yeah,
it was like they didn't have it blaring. But I will say too, that did you watch the Braun Strowman Bronson Reed match?
yeah.
That fucking shit, man. I didn't even know that we were getting a last man standing match. I just thought it was just two big dudes versing each other, and
Oh no,
it didn't.
no,
Dude,
they
it's a
were.
last man standing match.
Yeah, well, they kept advertising it as a last monster standing all throughout the show.
Yeah, and I didn't even but I didn't. Yeah, that's what it was. But I wasn't thinking of a
Yeah.
last man standing match whenever they were saying last monster standing. But holy fucking
Oh,
shit, man.
well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, what's his name? The announcer dude,
Yeah,
the new guy. I keep forgetting his name.
Tom. Tom. I
Tom
think.
Cacciatore. I don't know.
Yeah, something like
I don't
that.
know.
They make a
But
big dude.
but yeah, but like he was explaining to all of us at home that making it clear to us. And so that's when I put two and two together with you telling me about the ring implosion and him explaining they were doing a last man standing. Well, last monster standing, Big Bronson Reed and one big SOB Braun Strowman.
Dude, that was a fucking kick ass match, dude.
And then
I don't know if
he
it
did
translated
the
on TV. But
what's his name did the whole it's gonna be like Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, so that match was fucking awesome. And I don't know if it translated on TV like it did in person, but like that the shit they were fucking doing, and like it was wild. Like when he took Bronson through the table.
It looked
right
better.
Out the gate.
It looked better to us because they were getting close-ups for us. Like
Dude, it looked good in person. I was like, oh my fucking god.
Well, the holy shit spot off of the equipment box. We like they had a camera guy that was standing right next to the table, and that's the angle we were watching it from at home.
Okay.
So we actually got to see those motherfuckers like come at us, and then after the spot they did the whole split screen where they started showing they apparently they had a drone cam or the sky cam or something because they were showing us angles from the ceiling when they were doing the replays.
Oh,
like the ring implosion.
You know what it was? It was on that fucking Hell in the Cell is what it was.
Yeah. Well, see, we got to watch when they first did the ring implosion. We were watching from ringside, and then they showed us a recap from the audience from like in the general area where you were, one of the other hard cams, and then it showed us the spot like one more time, but from the ceiling, directly above.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean. Like
that fucking referee bounced fucking 7 feet in the fucking air. He was in the wrong spot. He was totally in the wrong spot when that thing went down. I mean, like you could tell that he was primed to jump, but you could also tell that like he was totally in the wrong spot because when he went to jump, the ring also launched him.
Well, do you know what else I
bet you he shit his pants all the way to the floor.
Well, dude, yeah, and honestly, what was really wild to me about that whole entire spot, and I don't even know. I know you noticed it probably, but I don't think anybody else really paid attention to it. But I knew the ring implosion was happening, and I'm
Yeah.
like, there's no way it's going to happen with two guys that are, essentially indie workers in the ring laying down. Like you don't when they're doing the ring implosion, it's usually just the ref and the guys that are going. And
Right, because
yeah,
they get everybody else out for the spot because the ref is the one that's supposed to call it, and then he's supposed to do the bounce
dude, and
to
they had
sell it.
people in there.
Yeah, so
Dude,
I was
yeah,
like,
I just
I
thought it was
was
wild.
yeah, so I mean, I was like, I mean, I was like, honestly, since there were so many people still in the ring, I thought maybe we were gonna see. I was like in my mind, I was like, okay, I guess Bronson is gonna superplex him,
Yeah.
and then I guess the guys will powder out of the ring, and then I guess Braun will superplex Bronson back, and that'll be the thing. Because yeah, like you said, I was like, well, there's too many people in the ring. They're not gonna risk fucking that up.
Well, I
But
mean, I
no, they
started
did
like,
it. Those dudes wrote it. They wrote it better than the fucking ref did.
yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is like I knew the implode was coming, so as soon as the match started, I was just watching
Yeah.
for clues. I had no idea they were gonna do everything else that they fucking did.
Did
But
the
like,
fucking dude Joey in the fucking chat thought that fucking he thought the fucking what I mean what would you call, I guess it was like a Death Valley slam, because he didn't do the driver. He just like tossed
yeah,
him like an FU. He just did like an FU /
like
attitude
off the
adjustment.
cargo, off
Just
the cargo thing.
yeah, just like it was just like
Yeah,
a fireman's carry slam, I guess. But like I thought he was gonna do a Death Valley driver, and then he just did the toss,
dude, that
and
that was that was not like super close to me, but it was on my side of the
yeah.
arena. So like I just once I stood up, I could see it plain as day. I videoed it. I have a video of it. Because I was like, oh fuck, I got a video of this. I got a video of that.
Yeah.
Of course, I got a video
Well,
of the ring implosion
Joey
too.
thought that was the end because that shit. He goes, they're showing the copyright in the bottom left hand corner, and I was like
He did
looking,
say that.
yeah,
He did
yeah,
say that.
and I was looking, and I was like, no, those are recaps. I didn't type it in the
Yeah,
chat. I didn't type it in the chat, but I looked down and I was like, no, it's showing those are recaps because that's what it was actually showing in the box. It was like this person defeats that and something about the Hell in the Cell. But yeah, he thought that was the end. But man, do you know what surprised me? Like the biggest surprise spot of the match for me was the fact that fucking 30 seconds in, Braun had already choke slammed Bronson through the fucking announce desk.
dude, I like the crowd.
I
read a
was like,
post
that fucking quick? Really?
dude. I read a post of somebody saying how hard the crowd went, like on TV. They were like Evansville was fucking wild, like as far as like crowd, and
Oh,
you could
dude,
definitely hear it.
I was so fucking proud of you guys. I really was, because
Dude, so many holy
fucking
pitch heads.
this area, it doesn't matter if it's Evansville or wherever. This whole fucking area is known for the lamest fucking crowds.
Oh, dude, no, that motherfucker was sold out. There
Whether
wasn't a
it
tarped
be
off place in
whether
that
it be
motherfucking arena.
but still, whether it be like a fucking concert, whether it be a wrestling show, what have you, this whole area is known for the deadest, lamest, most quietest fucking. I
Oh,
mean,
dude, it was hype as fuck in there,
it's
dude.
like, man, like I've heard him talk about on the podcast. I've heard him talking on the podcast about like, like how they just fucking hate coming to this area because it's like you can't pop the crowd for shit. Like you could shoot someone in the middle of the ring and they'd fucking snore.
But see, my
It's
section
like
was
you can't tell if you're doing anything right or not because nobody reacts to a fucking thing.
See, and my section was the section that started the Dirty Dom chants.
Yeah, so
If
I
you
mean,
heard
I
them
was
on
like,
TV, they started right there because like one guy next to me started it, then I started it, and then everybody else started it, and that's when everybody else started going sucks after we would say Dirty Dom, and that was
yeah,
all in our. That was in my section. It was just wild. Like
yeah.
when I showed up and we sit down, I looked at Caden. I was like, "Holy shit, Caden, we're really close." And like on the camera, when I take a picture, it doesn't give it justice to how close we actually were. I could have spit on the ring. So it was like the fact that all that shit was happening, and we were like, I mean, I could see sweat. Like it was just fucking wild. Like I was like, "Oh my god, we are so close." Like and I was I'm trying to watch
But
it back. I have to pause right now, but
seriously though, the guy in the Danhausen mask that I was talking about, he's like from where you're, it's like you only see him at the opening of the show. It's like he's like the very first time they show the crowd in the arena is when you get to see the guy in the Danhausen mask standing next to the like bored goth people. But it's like he is down like on the floor on the concrete section of the floor, like
yeah.
near the barricade.
I mean, the barricade. We had a tunnel right under us, but we were
Yeah,
right in
but
front of behind the barricade.
but it fucking sucked though, because whenever it was showing that area, the camera never like angled up high enough to see any of those fucking stands or anything. So there was never a
So
fucking chance to see you.
when Jay Uso comes out, I could see my phone and where I was at because I was the only one down there with the light on my phone, and I knew the rail I was at, so I could see our silhouettes and shit. And I mean, I'm obviously gonna watch it throughout because I know exactly where I was at, and it's because of that barrier, that guardrail. Uh, and we were like literally, Caden was holding on to that guardrail the whole time,
Yeah,
so it's like,
it took me a bit. Like it was whenever Jay came out and I got a good scan of the arena, that's when I was like, "Oh fuck, she's on the hard cam side."
yeah. And when I knew at first, I thought that I was where I was at, but on the other side. But
Yeah, you were
well,
kind of like you were
I
kind
was in
of
a
there
perfect spot
where,
though.
well, like the ring post, like if you're standing on the stage looking to the announce desk, you were kind of like up in that first little area above the floor where in line with where the fucking ring post to the right of the announce desk.
Well, for the most part, but I was actually right in the diagonal
Well,
area, so I was actually
well,
elevated just a hair,
yeah,
like to where, yeah.
that's where it was looking like from the pictures you were taking.
Oh yeah, I get that. That the camera, like I was saying, the camera just didn't give it justice. I was like zooming in a little bit just to make it. I mean, but you
But
could tell because
anytime,
when I zoomed in,
the only times it showed like that fucking like pointing at that area was like that spot where I got to see the guy with the Danhausen mask and the goth kids. And I was like, higher, higher, fucking higher, aim higher. Oh, you sons of bitches. And then there was like another spot during one of the matches. Oh, fucking, who was, I think it was which match was it? I think it was, yeah, it was when it was Gable and Kofi. There's a spot where there's the schmaz on the side of the ring, and the camera, like one of the ringside cameras is pointing over that way, but he's moving like way too fucking fast. And I was like, damn it. Because it was just a blur,
yeah,
but from where he was at, if he would have gone slow enough, like it was a wide enough angle that, I mean, you would have been like tiny probably, but still could have probably like picked you out.
yeah. I
It would
mean,
have been
that's
close enough, but he was moving too fucking fast because of the fucking, he was following the action.
yeah. I get that. I do get it. I mean, we were kind of
But
wearing dark clothes too,
but
so
I
it doesn't
kept
help.
watching, and kept watching, and if there was other spots where the camera was pointing in y'all's general direction, I missed it. But I was fucking watching like crazy. Anytime they would do like the wide angle show in the crowd, it would only do the side opposite the hard cam, and it's like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, I mean,
I
the good
I
thing about
got
my seats though,
somebody on the other side, you sons of bitches. I
the
want to
good
see
thing
her.
about my seats though is that they when they turn around to the hard cam, I mean, you're getting them. I've never been on a side where
And
you
when
get them facing you the whole time. You're like, oh fuck yeah!
they're
Like every
talking to
time they
you,
talk, yeah, they're talking to us. I'm like, this is badass. Like I love this.
well, and when you said they got the security there, so it's either going to be Rhea or Damien, I was like, well, Rhea's got to cut a shark cage promo, so it's got to be Damien. And then you were like, probably Damien, and I was like, yeah. So then I got excited. I was like, oh, I hope like Finn's cutting like a fucking promo, and then the camera pans over there and shows him, and then we'll get to see fucking her like right above it. But then like no, like it's doing a close up of Rhea. It keeps cutting between a close up of Rhea back to the ring to a close up of Dom and Liv every fucking time. It just goes back and forth and back and forth. And then all of a sudden we hear you guys all start yelling and screaming. And you had already told me about security and all that. And I was like, Damien's coming in. And then sure enough, like y'all are like, ah, and I was like, yeah, here comes Damien, right? And then
That was
and
directly
then
under us.
and then all of a sudden, you see Damien just like stand up behind Carlito, and then punches him in the back of the head. And then the camera does the
Yeah,
wide angle, and it's like, fuck you guys.
he ran out so damn fast, and I knew he was trying to be sneaky, but I wasn't ready. I was trying to get pictures because he was like right under us. I mean, literally,
Yeah,
that's where he came out.
it never cut to the crowd at all during that spot, and that would have been the perfect spot to see you guys.
Yeah, and I figured it probably wouldn't because
I
of
was
like it
just
being hard cam side, and now all the seats next to me on my left side were empty. Nobody sit there the whole entire show.
see the main thing. I was just trying to get a screenshot because like if it was possible to get a screenshot, I wanted to send it to you because I knew you'd want to see you and Caden there in the crowd.
And see,
But
the
man, those
cool thing,
motherfuckers never aimed it up that way. Not that I saw.
dude. So the cool thing about my friend Brandon Hanks, he was the only photographer there that was not licensed by WWE that was allowed to go backstage and take pictures and shit. And he had messaged me and told me that WWE had granted him, you know, access to do it and shit. And I seen him. He was up in like the section right next to us, and he seen me. And me and Caden posed, and he snapped a WWE official picture of us,
Oh,
and
awesome.
he's gonna send it to me. But I went up there and talked to him. He lives in Owensboro, and I went over there and talked to him, and
That
he was
just would have
like,
been cool though to get a shot like you guys on TV.
"Oh, I know that would have been good too." I just like he snapped the picture, but we were talking, and he goes, "Yeah, I was backstage a while ago," and he was like, "I ran into Triple H," and
Oh
he was
wow.
like, "Yeah," and he said Triple H shook his hand and said something along the lines of, "So you ready to be an employee yet?" And he was like, "Don't play with me like that." He goes, "You know that I would die to be an employee here." And he was like, "Keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna have a job." I was like, "Dude, Triple H said that to you?" He was
What
like,
the
"Yeah." I was like,
fuck?
"Yeah." And I go, "Well, have you ran into anybody else?" He's like, "Yeah, I ran into CM Punk a little bit ago. I stopped by and was talking to him. I said, is Larry with him?" He's like, "Yeah, I got to pet Larry. Larry was backstage." I was like, "What the fuck, dude?"
What the
I was like,
hell?
"Yeah." I go, "That's fucking awesome, dude."
You're doing
He
all
was
this
like,
cool shit.
"Yeah." Yeah, I was like, "Man, that's great." Like he's really worked hard to get where he is as far as photography and shit like that. But but yeah, I mean, it was a fucking blast. I mean, I got Kate on one of those "I was there" shirts, And it has all the superstars on the front and shit. And then
hell yeah.
I got me the new CM Punk shirt, which is really fucking cool. And I've never had a CM Punk shirt before. And then I also got one of the 2024 limited edition souvenir books, and they're like, I mean, not like the old souvenir books. This thing looks like a fucking encyclopedia. I don't even know how to explain it. But the guy was like, he goes, do you want anything else? And I was like, man, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I do. Because they had these limited edition. Oh, my God. I almost did it, Kevin. I almost did it. But it was fucking $600. I almost did it. But it was
Belt.
limited edition world tag title belt. But it was like a Dudley Boys edition. So, like,
Oh, holy shit.
dude, it was so badass, dude. The fucking straps were like spray painted. Like, it said Devon and Bubba. And it said get the tables. And like, oh, dude, but it was like the Attitude Era fucking titles. Oh, it was, oh my God, I wanted it so bad. And I was like, dude, I got the money to do it, but I would hate myself if I did that.
Yeah,
because that's a lot of fucking money. But yeah, another guy asked me if I wanted anything else, and I was like, he goes, well, we got these souvenir books, and I was like, yeah, I was like, well, yeah, let me see that. Yeah, you know what? I'll get one of those. I'm a collector. And he's like, oh, okay, awesome. And I was like, yeah. And I go, it's the Triple H era. I need something to document it. And he goes, oh, Triple H. He goes, yeah, I just ran into him a little bit ago. He's here. And I was like, oh, well, I was hoping he would be here, you know, kind of thing. And he was like, yeah, man, you're talking about a boss that intimidates the crap out of you. He goes, I can't function when I'm at work because he just intimidates me. And he doesn't even do anything to intimidate me. He goes, it's just the fact that it's him. I was like, oh, dude, I couldn't even imagine. He was like, yeah. But the guy was just so talkative, and he was just telling me all this stuff. I was like, dude, that was awesome. I don't know. But like, I've been to a ton of Vince McMahon televised shows, even a pay-per-view I've been to. And in between, like when they go on commercial and shit, which pay-per-view is obviously different, but when they go on commercial on a televised show, it was just like lights dim, and they just show you videos on the screen. And they still show some videos on the screen, but during every commercial break, they had different segments, almost like a sporting event. So like one was like, it's time for fan signs, and so like they would, you know, a lot of signs, obviously, and they would like zoom in on different signs, and
Samantha and that's when
would
you
read
get to
them.
see the. That's when you get to see my biceps are bigger than Dom's.
Yes. There was another one, and he's actually my friend on Facebook.
But I mean, my God, though, did I sent the picture of her flexing. I think she's right. I think her bicep is bigger than Dom's for real.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll see, and that's like, dude, there were so many silly signs. There was one that was like, what was it? Something is my butch. Oh, what was it? Hold on, I'll be able to tell you what it was.
Don't call him that.
What?
Don't call him that.
Call who that? Exactly.
Butch.
Hold on. Oh, Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne is my butch.
Yes. Don't call him that.
He's a gay guy. He's a gay guy.
Yeah.
He's married to a gay man, and so for him to have that, and Samantha read it out loud. That was the silly thing. Is like she was like, Pete Dunne is my she goes, Pete Dunne is my butch. I was like, uh-oh. It was just silly. Because you could tell that after she read it, she was like, I probably shouldn't say that out loud.
Wait, who's married to it? Wait, what?
He's a gay guy.
Oh, the dude that was holding the sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's why he obviously had the sign, because he's my butch. And
well, yeah.
So
but there for a second, I was like, wait a minute. Pete Dunne is gay? What?
No. I didn't mean that. I meant the
I was
Cortland,
like,
the guy that
I was
did
like,
it.
I could have sworn something. I heard something about him and a woman recently. I could.
But another segment they had was they had a DX moment, and it was like they start playing the DX theme, and like Samantha sings it, and like they zoom in on every part of the crowd to show you your best. Yeah, like basically to show that you do your best DX impression in the crowd, and they just like go all over the place and show it on the screen and shit while the DX
Dude.
music's playing.
It's
But then,
WCW that started doing that shit back in the day.
oh yeah, no, they did for sure. They just never did that shit with Vince McMahon, and
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
I was like,
Well, that was
it was
always a
so
WCW
crazy.
thing.
Yeah, they also did this weird game. It was called Money in the Bank Millions, and like it was like basically like a deal or no deal type shit. Like all these Money in the Bank
Oh,
suitcases
wow.
showed up on the screen, and then they put a belt in one of them, and you had to follow the briefcase and choose which briefcase was the right briefcase. Like it was fucking like it was just crazy shit, but it was all like in commercial breaks,
Just to
and so just to keep you
basically,
busy.
yeah, to keep everybody hyped. Just
Yeah,
so you don't fucking fall asleep between shit. Like how people are doing at the AEW shows, which the problem with the AEW shows, the biggest problem they've got going now is they pre-tape everything. Nothing is fucking live.
yeah,
Nothing is fucking live. And they're pre-taping like 3 shows a fucking night.
yeah.
Like
That's exactly what it is.
they're pre-taping like Rampage, Collision, and Dynamite all in one fucking night, making people sit there for fucking 5 fucking hours, and they're supposed to pretend like these are different nights, but we're sitting there watching and we're like, no, do you really expect us to believe that these motherfuckers haven't changed clothes in fucking a week? It's the same motherfuckers that were sitting in the same fucking seats. Same
Yep.
shirts, same everything. There's this one account on Twitter that keeps actually like doing that, like exposing the fucking shit, but like showing like it'll show like the same fucking people sitting in the same seats wearing the same clothes. Here it is on Collision, here it is on Rampage, here it is on Dynamite.
Yep. I mean,
And there's been people on Twitter that are just like, hey, if you're not going to get a chance to watch, this Saturday, here's the results. I just watched the show.
yeah. Well, and that's
People on Twitter doing like what fucking Eric Bischoff was doing to WWE back in the day.
yeah.
Which I can't blame them because, I mean, come on. Come on.
Yeah.
We're beyond pre-tapes when it comes to pro wrestling. We're way beyond
I
pre-tapes.
mean, yeah, it's 2024, so
You can't even pre-tape the night before because then I won't need to watch because I'll find out all the results on YouTube.
yeah.
Even if I'm trying not to. Hell, what's hilarious, Chris Jericho works for the fucking company and his own fucking website spoils matches. I mean, how fucked up is that?
I mean, yeah.
The fucking like what is Web is Jericho site?
Oh shit. What? Hold on. They didn't even show this in the fucking arena.
What?
That Dragunov was injured?
Oh yeah. He's going to be out
Dude,
for 6 to 9 months.
Dude,
ACL.
they didn't show that at all. What the fuck? Yeah, torn ACL. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, well, I
'Cause
mean,
that
it
was not
was
in the arena.
yeah, but I mean, that's just it though. I mean, If you fucking blinked at home, you almost missed it though.
Oh, dude, I see that cam you're talking about. That's fucking cool. That top camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking sweet.
Oh, I mean that's what I'm saying. It came in super fucking handy whenever it did the fucking last monster standing match, because those big spots that y'all were holy shitting about, we were getting to see the fucking replays from the ceiling. It's fucking
Yeah,
badass.
that's fucking cool. That's super fucking cool. Yeah, dude, that I was looking at the dirt sheet radio just to see if they had said
Oh,
anything.
another spot that surprised me. That chair spot that Bronson and Braun did.
Yeah,
Where
and
where fucking Bronson Reed went off the apron through those fucking chairs that were set up. WWE doesn't usually do chair spots like that.
well, see, and that was on the in front of the ramp, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like the ring was in the way. I didn't even see the chairs.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there were chairs there. I seen them get chairs, but my one of my favorite spots, just a silly spot, was whenever the crowd's like, "We want tables." We were all chanting, "We want tables," and Bronson goes to get one, and then he shuts it and he flicks everybody off.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, he like flicks it up and he acts like he's gonna grab one, and we're all like, "Yeah!" And then he shuts it and he's like, "Fuck you guys, I ain't doing that." He actually said, you can see it on TV, but he actually said, "This is my match. I do whatever the fuck I want to do." That's what he said. He goes, "This is
He's
my
a
match. Yeah, I do
he's
whatever
a
the fuck
great
I want
deal.
to do." Dude, yeah, I was like, okay, that's cool. That's funny. That made me laugh. But I mean, it. I honestly like. I've even been to a Raw before Mania that I seen Ric Flair, Vince McMahon, and Undertaker, and that was actually Vince McMahon and Undertaker cutting a promo on each
Oh
other in the
my
ring,
god.
and I was second row. Okay, so like I was on TV and everything for that one. That was right before WrestleMania Dallas, the first time. I'm pretty sure. Um, and me and John, day of the show, bought tickets, second or third row, uh, facing the camera, and uh, in Nashville, and had no idea that Vince McMahon was going to come out and call the Undertaker out. And we got a full ass fucking Undertaker entrance with fucking fire and everything.
Oh,
Like I was like, oh my fucking god. Once those videos show up in my shit, I'll have to send them to you because that was a wild time. But like that tonight's Raw was like really fucking good. Like I was like, man, so a lot of really important shit happened that years from now will be highlights, like forever. Like, and that's cool. Like because I like that shit. I like to be a part. I like to say that I was there.
yeah, it's just like I said, that it's just, you know, I hated that fucking Judgment Day Rhea Ripley Damian Priest spot thing. Other than that,
I
I
mean, I
mean,
get that.
it was a great show, but it was just, I mean, it's like it's supposed to go back and forth to get people to care. Like when the
Yeah.
whole thing first started, like I think was the only time. I think that was like the only time, like when it first started, because there was like at the beginning, I do remember there was a spot where like Damien was whooping all their asses and he was beating up Finn, and then like I think like Carlito jumped him from behind so Finn could roll out, and then they powdered out and they all had to run away. But then like ever since then they've been beating him up. It's
Yep.
like he's
I
good.
mean,
It's like his music hits and the crowd goes crazy, and I'm like, why are y'all going crazy? He's just gonna get beat up again, and then he does.
yeah.
And see, it was cool at first because hearing y'all pop got me excited because I forgot for a second what was happening. I forgot for a second. And there for a brief moment, I was thinking, well, maybe Damien really is going to beat all these people up. But no, they did that whole thing where they beat him up, and then Finn does that like angry child who just got grounded face.
Yep.
He needs
I
to
mean, I get
stop
that.
doing that face.
Yeah.
Finn needs to stop doing that fucking face. It does not come across the way he, I guess, thinks it is or wants it to, because he does. I look at him and it's like, dude, you don't look pissed off. You don't look evil. You look like a kid who just got told that he's not getting dessert until he eats his Brussels sprouts.
Yep. Yeah, but you're right. He
You,
does.
you look like your mom just grounded you.
He does look like that.
like remember that when at the pay-per-view when he first did the betrayal and he just got stuck in that pose at ringside? It was like someone had hit the pause button on him, or like his batteries went dead, and he just stood there making that same face, totally stone still like a statue for like fucking 10 minutes just
Okay. Yep.
no, it's not working.
I'm trying to hear. What? Trying to see if you can hear us barking at Braun Breaker.
Oh yeah, there's some
That's why
dogs
he
in the
said there's
house.
some. Yeah, that's why he said that because we were
There's
we were
some
barking
dogs
earlier.
in Indiana.
Yeah, we started the barking back there. I did because it was like, man, fuck yeah, that's Rick Steiner's kid. What the fuck? You damn straight I'm gonna bark. I'm a Steiner mark.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm a Steiner, old school Steiner mark. I don't really care much for him now, but
Yeah. I'm a
I'm just all about what you accomplish and shit. You know.
it's like I'm a Steiner before that motherfucker shit all over my existence, Mark.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep, pretty much.
That was
Thank you, Jake.
man, that was just like so fucking
Yep,
lame.
Halloween.
That was just like so fucking lame though. It was like, well, it was because
Yep.
she was blocking the line, and it's like, no, motherfuckers, we all saw her video. She wasn't blocking shit. There wasn't nobody standing there. It's just she's just chilling, talking to the camera, and all of a sudden your ass starts yelling shit from the background. What the fuck?
Oh. Yep. So that okay. So that's why they were versing each other. I see.
And for as many motherfuckers as were running around that
wait.
fucking ring with fucking cameras, man, I don't know why
Hey,
we
there
didn't
I
want.
was.
Wait,
Hold on a second here.
no,
Hold on. Cause let me see. Yeah. Oh man, that fucking box is in the way. Get off there. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let me see where we're at here. There's the tunnel. I mean, I'm like right there. I just didn't pause it fast enough, but yeah, it's like I mean, not like super close. It's not like you wouldn't technically know it was me. You know what I'm saying? I just knew it was me because I knew where I was sitting and I knew how I reacted when Rey Mysterio came out. So
the WWE Twitter a while back was like asked a thing. It said, if you could bring any sign to a show, what would it be? And I said, mine would just say, here I am.
Here I am.
Yeah, because that would be like the most practical. Like I even had like somebody even mentioned it's like that is like the most practical usage of an audience sign, because like that's like the most important thing to you, your friends and your family is like, okay, where in the crowd are you? Oh, you were the one that had the forethought to hold up a sign that says, here I am.
Yep. I mean, it's a good idea.
It's the best sign.
Yeah, it is a pretty good sign. It kind of writes itself, you know.
I mean,
Mm-mm.
when you're making the sign, of course, you're thinking like, "Oh, I've got to do like a cool slogan or a catchphrase or an homage to my favorite wrestler, da 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 da." Da. But like, if you just stop and think about it, it's like, no. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna give a shit about any of that. I'm gonna be like, where am I in the crowd when I'm watching this back on TV? So here I am.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And you never see it in the crowd, so it'll stand out. that that
That
is
it will.
that's a sign you never see.
That is true. Very, very, very true. Golly, my eyes fucking burning. I think I'm tired.
Oh,
I actually got
hold on.
what?
My puppy wants to potty. Hold on. I'll be back.
Oh, you're fine. Okay.
So what was the idea? You said, or did you have more about the show you wanted to talk
Oh no, the idea
about?
was
Did it
I was
involve a
gonna buy.
cult?
No, hell no. Fucking SmackDown's gonna be in Nashville
Oh,
Friday,
damn.
and I was gonna buy. We should buy. I was gonna buy you tickets.
I've always
Buy us
wanted to
tickets.
join a cult.
Oh fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. But no, for real, I was gonna look at tickets because I know where the good seats are in Nashville because I've been to a few wrestling shows there. I was like, I would buy us both tickets so that me and you could go
Where in Nashville?
at the Bridgestone.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, dude, SmackDown.
that's big.
It's the dude. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's the SmackDown before. It's the SmackDown before Bad Blood. Literally the day before Bad Blood, and
Oh wow. So yeah, that'll
yeah,
be
it'd be good as fuck. It'd be good as fuck. Like, because I mean, you got to think it'd be Cody and Roman for sure because they're going to be versing Solo and Jacob.
Well, I mean,
Um,
it's called Bad Blood, so
Yeah, and you just seen what Raw was, so imagine what SmackDown's gonna be. Like, it's probably gonna be wild as fuck. They have to do something, and plus, you know, now that SmackDown's on USA,
wow. Hmm.
I don't know. Let me look. Let's see, SmackDown. Yeah, Bridgestone is the arena in Nashville. Um, but I don't know. I don't know if you're free on Friday, but or if you had anything going on. But I mean, I would have bought the tickets.
You caught the wrestling bug.
Well, yeah, and it's just close because they're not going to be close all the time. So it's like you do it now while they're close because they won't be here again for another year.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just fun as fuck, and I just want to experience it with somebody that's passionate about wrestling. Have you ever been to an event like a WWE live or not live event, but like a televised event?
Hmm.
What
I've
was
never
it?
attended a televised event.
Oh shit! Yep. Well, it's time.
Is it?
Yeah, it's definitely time. Let me just see here. I mean, let's see. Where's the entrance? There's the entrance, and that's the hard cam. Man, that's 107. We don't want 107. I want 105. Okay, not 105. I was trying to get us like dead center hard cam side, but that is $190 a piece. But it don't even matter. Let's see. I have to look because I don't really want to buy the tickets from Ticketmaster anyway. I usually get them on like SeatGeek or something. It's
Ticketmaster's
usually
evil.
cheaper. Yeah, I usually get them on like SeatGeek. Let me try that. I mean, it was. I don't even. It was just a suggestion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, if you don't want to go, that's fine. I'll take myself. I'm totally kidding. Okay, let's see. Bridgestone Arena, October 4th. 2 tickets. Okay. I'm trying to do something that aren't nosebleeds.
Oh, good lord.
Man, nosebleeds at Bridgestone fucking sucks. It's so fucking tall. It's way up there. It's actually 3 levels. Oh no, let's see. It doesn't really matter as long as we're there to see it. I can't believe you've never been to a televised. Have you ever been to a WWE event?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Like a house show?
Yeah. It
Did you go to like
was.
Robert Stadium or?
It was here
Oh.
at the Sports Center.
So it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So that would have
And
been like early 90s.
it was lame. Oh no.
When did they do it?
No, that was oh god. Early 2000s?
They did a house show here in early 2000s?
Yeah, Sports Center.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I know a lot of my wrestling history on that, and I have never seen that.
They
Like, I
had
had, like,
I think was it I think NXT? Was it NXT came there?
NXT did go there. Did you go to the NXT one?
No, I almost got to go to the NXT show.
Oh, okay. Here, I'm gonna see here. My wrestling data. Oh shit. Here we go.
What?
Oh, you wanna be stupid.
Yeah, the whole thing was just like dark match shit. Like
Yeah.
nothing like it was all like mid-card guys just doing random ass, you know, like
Yeah, no, I get that. I was just trying to see if I can find it, but I probably can't.
it's like the only reason I even went was because Ashley wanted to take Aiden.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then like he enjoyed it, and then she took him to see a SmackDown show in Evansville. I didn't get to go to that one.
Oh, SmackDown in Evansville.
Yeah,
What year would that have been? Early 2000s as well.
yeah, because it would have been within a year or two after we saw the house show.
Okay.
And way before the NXT show. I don't think they had. No, they didn't have NXT back then. I don't think. I think it was still FCW back then.
Oh, it was FCW back then, or yeah, FCW or OVW. It depends on how long ago. I was trying to look, but I'm trying to find the whole process to get to it. There we go.
God, I'm trying to remember who even did fucking what that
You think
night.
what was it? OVW?
OVW. OVW was doing shows at the fucking Elizabeth Mundy Center.
Yeah, the HL Neblett Center.
There you go.
But damn, it's so fucking stacked. Holy shit. You got
Yeah.
Sean Spears, The
Yeah.
Miz, Chad Gaspard, Cody Rhodes.
Oh, you go back before that. They had a really good show there. Fucking one year where they had like Billy Gunn, Rob Van Dam, fucking God, who else was there? Tommy Dreamer. I mean, it was like a stacked card for like a hardcore wrestling fan.
Yeah,
God, I'm trying to remember who else was there.
that's what I was looking at
Shit.
these OVW shows.
But yeah, I went to that one because I wanted to try to get to see Tommy Dreamer, but you had to have money to stand in his line. So I was like, fuck that.
Oh, of course.
No, not for your fat ass, Tommy.
Uh-huh. Yep, not at all.
But it was cool though because I got a pat on the back from Billy Gunn. That was cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I've met Billy
I got
once.
to take a picture with him, but it didn't fucking matter to me because it was like my buddy taking pictures and it was his camera. So
And my friend John was on a local indie show that UCW was putting on. That was it had fucking the Road Dog and Billy Gunn on it, New Age Outlaws, and he was backstage and Road Dog was like, "Hey, you might know where to get any weed." So John drove all the way to Owensboro from Ohio County and got Road Dog some weed and then got high with him.
oh, that's funny.
Yeah, yeah, he did. Pretty silly. Yeah, I don't know.
I never did that for a wrestler. I did it for a band once.
Yeah, I've done it for bands for sure.
Well, there was an instance where I mean, it wasn't a major band, but have you ever heard of a band called Today Is the Day?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, one of the times they played around here, a bunch of my friends, we'll see. Okay, there's a backstory. The first time they played this area, they were lost and they were driving down the street, and I was walking down the street, and they're like, "Hey, you look like you belong at the place we're trying to find." And I was like, huh? Weird fucking random shit to say. Car load of guy. I mean, good thing I paid enough attention to notice there was a bunch of music equipment hanging out the back. It took some of the weirdness off. But I mean, that's just like a random. You just pull up on somebody walking down the sidewalk and you say that. It's weird. But yeah, so I'm like, that depends. And then they're like, oh, we're supposed to be playing a show around here, da 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 da. So then I was like, okay, well, and I wasn't originally planning on going to the show, but I was like, I'll take you guys right to it if you give me a ride. So I got to go and got to get in for free and everything. So then, like, now fast forward a while on down the road, they were playing in the area again. And after the show, like, they were asking around where they could get some good weed, and they were actually asking for me, but they couldn't remember my name. So they were just giving these weird, really bad descriptions of me. But like, luckily, like, one of my friends was like listening in and knew, like, okay, there's only one person who, okay, like, punk, weed. It's got to be Kevin.
Yeah.
Cause like, yeah, I mean, that's like, I mean, that's like the two things I was known for was being a weirdo and selling weed.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. So then, like, yeah. So then, like, next thing you know, there's like a peck on my window. I'm like, what? What the fuck? And it's like my buddy going, "Hey, today's the day is in town, and they need some weed." So yeah, I had to fucking like go sell him a big ass satchel.
Hey, that works, right?
Yeah, well, they were stocking up for the road, so they wanted like a lot, and it was weird though because like I smoked them out the first time, and yeah, I had a big bag. It was just weird. I just once again it was weird. It's like so you guys just assumed I could get you like a fucking just like grab you a quarter pound out my ass. I mean, fuck. Okay. just just assume I'm big timing it over here. What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot to try to come up with, actually.
Well, I mean, that's just it. I mean, they asked for the right person. It wasn't a lot for me to come up with at that time.
Yeah, I get that.
But it's just weird that they just assumed that. It's just
Well,
like
I mean,
uh,
they're in a band. They're probably used to it.
okay.
I don't know. That's just yeah. I
I
mean,
guess
just to come out and ask a random stranger that though.
yeah, I got some free tunes out of it. They gave me
Hey,
they gave me some CDs.
hey, was the CD good or
Oh,
was the music good?
well yeah. I mean, it's today's the day. They're great.
Yeah,
Oh, well it's
sure.
it's industrial music.
Yeah,
And I fucking
I
love
mean, I've heard
industrial.
of them.
Yeah. I fucking well they gave me we'll see uh I had told them like cuz like the first time they were around they hadn't even like fully officially like they were shopping their first album around, they were selling it themselves. Totally fucking indie.
Yeah.
They weren't like on an actual like label yet. Like the amphetamine reptile thing wasn't like official yet. So
Mhm.
and then I told them like how I lost their Goose's Cooked Yellow Plaid EP. And they're like, oh, well, here. And they just gave me like all of their fucking albums like that they had out up to that point. So
Wow.
yeah, they're just like one of each. They're just like here.
Hey, that's awesome.
So it was like a copy of that first EP, but now it was on an official label and it was better sounding quality. And then it was their Supernova album and fucking what was the other one? I forget what the other one was. But it was like those three albums. So it was cool.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool actually. Yeah, pretty cool. So what time is it? 1:07.
Yep.
Hey, I gotta go to bed soon. Hayden got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. And I gotta make sure I'm up for it. Cause that wouldn't be good to miss it.
Oh, but come on, you could be like, "Oh, I stayed up too late at wrestling. Sorry."
Well, you know, I just would do that, but like, probably not the best idea. They'd be like, what? But you never know. But yeah, I mean, thanks for talking to me for a little bit. I was amped up, and I needed to talk to somebody about that show that would understand what the fuck I was talking about.
Oh, well, I mean, it's just like, I mean, anytime you do like a cool live event with, I mean, wrestling or a concert or whatever, it's like you get home, the first thing you want to do is like recap it to somebody. Oh my God.
Well, yeah, especially whenever that person watched it. So
Yeah.
it's like I
Yeah.
could recap it back. That's what I'm gonna do. While I'm laying down trying to sleep is finish watching it, just to kind of see if
Yeah.
I missed anything.
And yeah, and fucking if you happen to catch a spot where you actually do fucking see you, fucking let me know.
Oh, I will. I'll
Make
snap
sure
a
you get
picture
get the
and the
timestamp.
timestamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Which I don't know how. I don't know how accurate that will be because I'm watching it on DirecTV, but because of like the commercials and shit.
Well, I mean, you'd still be able to like, well, this is what was going on.
That's true. That's true. Actually, yeah, I could be like, this person was in the ring doing this at this time, around this time.
Yeah.
Okay, that works. I can do that. So yeah, I will do that, and I will until I fall asleep anyway, and then I have to pick up tomorrow. But because it's not, really it's pointless if I try to find myself while I'm asleep, because I'm asleep.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't see it.
Yeah, you're probably right. Fuck. Oh me. But yeah, all right. Well, I guess I'm gonna jump off here on that note.
Alrighty.
But I will grab a timestamp as soon as if I find myself,
Yeah.
and I will let you know.
Awesome.
And
Because yeah,
if I come across,
I'm telling you, my eyes were fucking peeled the whole time. Like any time it got to a part, because like I said, all the streams I was trying to watch were shit. So I ended up having to wait until they started uploading the segments on Daily Motion or whatever. And so like I was watching it on that, so I was at least able to like pause it. Like anytime the camera would go off to like that area of the arena, I would start like trying to pause and stuff, like just in case. But they never, like I said, like anytime it started to go in that general direction, it never would go high enough. I thought for sure I'd at least get to see you during the fucking last monster standing, but they ended up going up towards the ramp instead.
yeah,
Like, fuck those fuckers.
yeah. Hey, I mean, that is true. I get that.
It's like they broke the announce desk and then they ran up towards the ramp, and I'm like, that's the exact opposite end that I need you guys to be.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
there was the spot where fucking like they were fighting with Pierce over there when they broke that barricade, but once again, it never went up. Like it just
Yeah.
stayed pointed right there. It was like a close up. So it's like, fuck. It
Yeah.
was almost like they were afraid to show. I mean, I mean, I was like, well, I mean, if that side of the building would have been empty, I know you would have said something to me. So I was like, I don't know why they're afraid to show that side of the room.
Nah. Yeah. I mean, I'm
You were
definitely
just
gonna keep an eye on it.
you were too pretty for the camera.
Yeah, you're right. I probably should have wore bright colors too. I definitely didn't do that.
next time, a sign that says "Here I am." I'm telling you, it's the way to go.
That's not a bad idea. You thought of it first. But yeah, I'll keep you updated. I'm gonna lay down and try to watch it until I fall asleep anyway.
All right then.
So, alrighty, I will talk to you soon.
All right
If
then.
I come across cheap tickets for SmackDown, I will let you know, and we'll see if we can work it out.
Okay. That's
So,
cool.
but all right, okay. Well, I will talk to you soon then.
All right then. Sleep well.
All right. Yeah, you as well. Good night.
Good night.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye. Oh, this world don't love me. Shut me down once or twice. Oh, shit. Why? Why is there so much space trash? We'll go over this way. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Good. Jeez.
Construction is tough, but you can handle it. And when a project gets messy, Next Disposal is here to take care of the waste. Next Disposal. Don't ditch it, just nix it.
Unwind and enjoy the ride with Gold Rock Radio.
Cross my heart and hope to die. Lord, forgive me, no, I'll try. But I'm so tired of running around. Lay me down beside the ground. Star-crossed loving, let it slip.
Oh my God.
nutrition and the knowledge of tradition, our fresh bio crops grow faster, last longer, and taste better. Every crop, the future of food is here.
Sit back and slow down with Gold Rock Radio.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. There we go. Oh, shit.
Relax with laid back listening.